water. We won a bunch of awards at different film festivals. We did really well at South by Southwest. Great. I'm very proud of this film. I hope it gets the theatrical release soon. And it's not a warm and fuzzy. It's about a juvenile rehabilitation center in set in the woods, and I'm the commander of this place, and I firmly believe that I can help young men repair their lives and get on the straight and narrow, and things go terribly wrong for everybody. It's a wonderful film. There's a young guy named PJ Budisky who's like a young Ryan Reynolds. He does a tremendous job in it, and again, it's a fine little movie. And I did another film called Dawn Patrol, that's probably going to be at Sundance. I can't imagine someone's going to go there. It's starring Scott Eastwood, who's Clint Eastwood's kid. Looks just like Clint, acts like him. Has Rita Wilson, Jet Fahey, J.C. Burns, and a bunch of other really fun people. It's another kind of dark and sort of it's a suspense thriller. It's called Dawn Patrol, and there's Blackjacks, which is will be out in February. It's now called SEAL Patrol. It was Blackjacks, now it's SEAL Patrol, and that comes out, and that's about a special forces team that goes into a special research facility and encounters bad things. And what else? And Judge, somebody just did in Japan, coming out in February, in January. Comedy, I get to be funny. I was in Japan for 4 weeks. Love Japan, love the food, love the people. And then the last one is called A Certain Justice with Dolph Lundgren and Kung Lee. And that's that play detective. That's an exorcist, a police action. So that's the IMDb cover. Yeah. But let me bark about the most important thing that I need to talk to you guys about. I'm making a movie.
Definitely. That's where we're going next.
That's why we're here.
Oh, okay. You're going there. All right. So,
we're going to talk about Zombies, and you blew me away because I did not know that you were going to be a writer.
I've written many screenplays. I've produced 3 films. I've directed one. I've been on that side of the camera quite a bit, and it's time to get there again. But the thing about Zombies, this is for your listeners. Basically, Zombies is a derivative project from Black Ops. It's not Activision. It's me. It's called I'm Ice Water Productions, and it's a script I wrote after spending all this time with fans around the world saying, why aren't you in Zombies? And I've been in a bunch of zombie films. I've been in a bunch of military films. And I said, let's put those two experiences together. So I wrote this script. It's called Zombies. It's about a covert special forces unit. They're on a mission in Vietnam, during the Vietnam War, and they encounter zombies. And the story is really unique. And it's funny because it's a buddy movie, but it's kind of like Predator meets Apocalypse Now meets Tropic Thunder. But it's not there's a lot of humor in it, and we're very excited. But the big thing that we're trying to do with this film is we're trying to include the gaming community. So I've already gotten, I put a thing out where I request art for the posters and music for the soundtrack, and what I'd like to do is be able to fill all the key positions in the movie with people from the gaming community, people who are fans of Black Ops or other games, and have it be basically fan sourced. So if there's some kid out there who's got a great song, right? Wouldn't it be great if I could say, this is perfect for this scene. Let's use that song in the movie. And if some kid or some person has some artwork they want to use for a poster, someone just submitted a great piece of art for a poster for Zombies, and it's already happening. We haven't even gotten to making the film yet, and kids are already submitting things. So the goal is to create an avenue, a venue for people who don't have opportunity to be involved in a very big film. Because if we make this film, what's Black Ops have? 50 million fans. If we can get 10% of them come to the movie, which it probably will, we have a rather successful film.
Definitely.
And so that led me to the idea that, well, if I have to turn it over to a studio, they're going to take a lot of the nuances that I want in it, and they're going to want to use the field, sort of like their people they're comfortable. They're going to use their musicians, their art department. And for me to control all that, so I'm able to use the people I want to use, I need to basically make the movie on my own. So what I've done is I've made a crowdsourcing campaign on Kickstarter, and now we're trying. So the whole idea is we want to get $1 from 2 million people, $1, 4 quarters.
Yeah.
The change you leave in the pocket of your cup holder, you know what I mean? We want that.
We all do it too.
Yeah,
but if anybody listening right now went and either looked in their car or looked in their couch, they're going to find $1.
$1, yeah, just $1.
Hey, look, wait, there. I just found one.
Yeah.
Look at him. He's looking.
And the thing is, and what happens is, if for this $1, you get a reward. You get an extra. I will send you a ringtone made for the non-zombies backers.
I like that idea.
Yeah, so basically you're buying a ringtone for $1, but the $1 is going to make this film, which then may be hiring you to be part of the film. I mean, this is how great it is. I'm trying to get the community to see that they're investing in themselves. Plus, it's I want the people to feel like they're part of this thing, because this will be a very big project, and if I can get everybody to be included. I like inclusion. Never like when I was a coach, I used to hate cutting kids. It used to make me crazy that I had to cut somebody, And in this, like, if we can include everybody, just hey, I put $1 in that. Wouldn't it be great if everybody in the audience said, I put $1 in that.
I know, right?
Or if you walk around and you have on your phone this ringtone, like, oh, what's that from? Oh, I'm an investor in a film. You are not? No, I am. Look, I have this. Wouldn't that be great?
Yes, it would. I love that.
They have some 16-year-old kid, like, he say, hey, I invested in the film today. You did. Yeah, look, I did. I put $1 in non-zombies. And if we can get 2 million people to do that, wouldn't that be wonderful?
Oh, my
and
gosh.
That's my whole. Wouldn't that be great? That's what we're trying to do here. Yeah, make it fun. Like, have everybody participate in this thing, and I want to be able to have people have parts in the movie, and they'll take artwork and music, and if it fits the film, I will put it in it. If it works with the film, I guarantee you it'll get in there in some way or shape or form. And there's
now, how does somebody submit a piece of art or a song? How do they submit that to you?
You can either go on the YouTube channel, send me an email. Some guys you can do it through YouTube. Go onto my YouTube channel, Started Frank Woods YouTube. You can go to my Twitter account, which is just James C. Burns. Go to the Twitter. Or just, Google out non-zombies and follow the trail. I mean, like, you can come to Kickstarter, and it'll give you some information there. But again, nothing happens unless we get this thing funded. So,
Absolutely.
So I'll take any ideas that you have on how to get people to move towards Kickstarter to throw $1 in there. Because I think. Well,
let me ask you this: because you have so many fans for Black Ops, do you have like a separate email address where your fans contact you through that? Besides on YouTube, like, do you have a database of that?
Most of my fans contact me directly. I'm pretty accessible. I have hundreds of kids I talk to over the course of a year. If you send me an email, I'll get one back to you. I mean, that's kind of the thing that I really pride myself on, is that my YouTube channel, I try to answer every single comment that I get. Even the negative stuff. I'll crack a joke or something. But it's like, I think if someone takes the time to reach out to me, I'm going to reach back. And that's easy for me to do right now.
Because if you're able to do that, if you're able to access a lot of these kids and even adults, of course, that play the games, through email, you send out an email blast about non-zombies, and, hey, you want to be part of the movie, donate $1, and you're part of the movie, you'll get this ringtone, and go that way. Also, another thing I was thinking about is when you were mentioning your YouTube, and I'm sure you've got, thousands of hits on there, maybe can you go in there and edit it and add something at the bottom, be part of my new movie and click here for details or something?
I already have it there. I already have
Do you have it there?
Yeah, it's up on I put it out there on Saturday. But here's the thing. Here's what I think is happening is that again, if you Google non-zombies right now, I mean, they have massive coverage. Charlie Intel's written an article about it. We have articles. I mean, we're easy to find. Non-zombies already has massive visibility as a brand, as a product. What I think is happening is I think people are intimidated to go to Kickstarter because they say, oh my God, I think people are intimidated by donating $1, or it's like it seems like it's too much work. And I understand, like it's not an easy process. You have to actually click 3-4 buttons in a row. I'm not being facetious. When you anytime
no, it is. It's very easy.
Donating money, it's intimidating, and I just have to find a way to get the fan base to be more comfortable. It's only $1. It is $1. I mean, we all have $1, and I hate to be so cavalier about money, but it's like $1. It's 100 pennies, man. We have lost more than $1. And I go, I'm just looking for that $1. I don't need. I mean, there's other levels of rewards, but I would love. Wouldn't it be great if we could get 2 million kids, 2 million people to donate $1? Wouldn't that be like an amazing story? Like we got 2 million people. And this is what I really want to happen. I mean, I'm sure that if it fails, I'll get approached and somebody's gonna want to invest in it because it's a great script, it's a great brand, and it'll do well. But I would much rather do it with a couple million kids donating $1, and they can all walk and say, "I'm a film investor." I mean, that to me would be the best thing in the world to have that formula.
That's huge for a kid these days to be able to go to school and say something like that.
Oh yeah, that's very big.
If there's any parents out there that are listening right now that have kids that that would love to do something like this, donate that $1 for them. Let them know what you did, and he'll send you the ringtone to give to your son or your daughter, and let them go to school and be able to have that and brag about being part of the film, because I would love that. I would love to see parents do that for their children, because that would be huge for their egos or their self-esteem or whatever, which way you want to put it, to be able to have that bragging moment.
It's good for them.
It's like Wheaties. It's Wheaties.
Yeah.
Well, I have no doubt. The thing is for me is I have no doubt this film will get made. Again, because I've already had interest in backers for the film, and I really want to do it through fan sourcing, and so I'm going to work really hard to get this. I have 30 days to get 2 million people to send me $1. And there's a lot of help, and it's a nice idea, and it's a generous idea. So I think we'll be successful. I just have to find a way to get people more comfortable with the actual process of getting that $1 into Kickstarter. That's the hardest part. I mean, I've gotten thousands of responses through Twitter and people, oh, let's do this. This is great, but come on, we got to find a way to get them to motivate and move towards that contribution. That's the biggest part right now for me.
Yeah, and David and I have backed quite a few of these different projects, and he and I can both tell everyone out there, I mean, it's a hop, skip, and a jump. It takes, less than a minute of your time, and it's something that you'll feel good about doing. And it's something, that you really believe in, then go ahead and donate. And even if you want to go to a higher level, I mean, James, your perks are unbelievable, and you have so many of them. I think you're the first person I've ever seen that came up with so many perks. Where did all these ideas come from? I mean, you must have sat down at least a weekend and thought about all of these.
It took 4 months to put my Kickstarter together. Because what happened was that when I was was traveling with the USO this summer. We do trips. I went to Afghanistan with the USO back in July, and that's when I really started